Hello crew, yes, it's a pressure washer and I'm annoyed, right? What is it with small motors that they always need fixing? Whether it's chainsaws, lawnmowers, whippersnippers, you name it, they always need fixing and constant maintenance, man. You know, you can't just buy a good brand small motor and expect it to work more than like half a dozen times without having to strip the carburetor and clean things and fix broken plastic things and little springs. So I spent half the day hurting my neck, tugging, starting it, just to be able to clean the car apart. So yeah, there it is, the cross member for the starter mode, for the gearbox, which I'm about to screw back underneath so I can hoist the Jeep up and the engine and gearbox will stay in place, and then I can up and down it many times, and then I can decide where the engine's going in the engine bay, so that yeah, I can start making a motor plate. And then the other day I noticed here, this is a point of interest, see how Chrysler or Jeep, whatever you want to call it, changed the shape of the subframe for the exhaust. See that? But not on this side. So if they can do it, I reckon I can do it. If they can modify the subframe to suit, I can do it, right? I've got medicine in my mouth. So I'm planning, because just like they did it on that side, right? I'm going to trim the corner off. Alright? And of course I'm going to close it up, weld it, make it really strong. It's not like I'm going to cut it up and leave it open. No. I'm going to strengthen it. I'll probably end up using thicker steel than the factory, because that's quite thin, to be honest. And then completely seam weld it perfectly. But I'm just gonna like remove this corner that's pointing directly at the exhaust manifold. That'll give me a couple more inches, or 5 centimeters or more of clearance for a set of shorty headers. Because I'm standing here like this, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm thinking, wow, there's a lot of room there. Why? But then at the front, there's none. Hardly any. And I have a closer look and I notice that they've cut the corner off the subframe. Yeah, they just took a chunk out of it, because that's where the exhaust goes. I reckon if I do that for the length of the engine on both sides, that's quite acceptable. I think I'll do a really nice strong job. I'll make sure there's reinforcement. But it all depends where the engine goes when I'm done. I may not need to, but I think I like the engine to stay low and back, because the reason I like low is the center of gravity. So if I don't have to lift it right up, right, so that the exhaust can be above the subframe, right? The exhaust comes out here. I've lifted up a bit more. I can probably have it above it, but I like the engine low so I can have plenty of clearance for the turbos and the manifold, etc. I also want to look into moving this, possibly moving it like a bit more away towards here. There seems to be plenty of room, so even if I take a bit more out of this here and move it further up, these are all flexible, movable, bendable, so there's no problem with me moving this up 4 inches or so. I don't think, even if I need to make some new lines, it's okay. And then, you know, I can have a lot more room. Yeah, I mean, these are the factory positions of these. Like I said, I'm gonna put the plugs and everything back in, even if I don't need them. But I may just, you know, change the position a bit. Maybe not. This doesn't go there, so yeah, I may not do that. I may just leave them exactly where they are. They're not too bad. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that one more wipe off because I just put more degreaser on it. I did clean it with the pressure washer, but there's still a little layer of really stubborn grease that I've been soaking for the last hour. Just going to wipe that off. I'm going to bolt it underneath, and I'll get back to you. Catch you later. Oh, always forget to turn the music off. I haven't got a lot done today, but I sure stuffed up my neck. Oh, rolling under here on that trolley, my neck cannot lay that flat. I really need to get a thicker pillow or something that's like a couple of inches thick, so I can lay my head down. My neck is that seized, I cannot lay it flat, see. Oh, how's that look? I got a bit carried away cleaning. I got a bit carried away with cleaning that cross member. Yeah, she's spotless. Well, there's no reason I cannot use that cross member, is there? None. Since it's still so low, still needs to go up quite a bit, so there's no reason I cannot weld a bracket on here to go up to that. I wish I had the original mount. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having the original mount. Not that that is maybe no good anyway, because I'm doing a motor plate, but still. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason I cannot use that. I may not even use the whole thing actually. I may just get a bit of round pipe and bend it so that it still mounts there. No, it's probably better if I just use that one now, and just weld something to support it. Yeah. Even if it's on a slight angle towards the back, it doesn't really matter. Lucky it's even near. Could have been miles away, hey. That's all I'm doing today. I'm going back inside, have some painkillers, and hopefully I'll be able to do something tomorrow. Hopefully I won't be too bad a condition. It's always the day after that I know how badly I've damaged myself. So, but yeah, she's still very low. So I'll probably cut the floor hole a bit bigger, and then I'll probably like make a cover for it. I'll probably cut it from underneath actually. Probably be easier to cut the hole from underneath. But just moving the gearbox out of the way. So, step by step, bit by bit, I have one of those on my parts vehicle. I'll put that on this side. Heat shield for the exhaust. I can use the same one and just flip it over and put it on this side. That'll be good. So I could have twin exhaust system and a nice heat shield. That's cool. I can reuse it. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to do something with it. I'll flip it over and then bash those the other way so they poke through this way. And then just put some screws or rivets in here or something. I've got two heat shields, one on each side then. Yeah. Oh well. Call it a day. Looks beautiful though, huh? I can sit here look at that for ages. And while I'm looking, I can just suss things out. I wonder if I can, if that shifter can go back and forth, because it's rectangular, if you know what I mean. Let me see, is there a, there we go. I wonder if you can turn that around so the shifter is at the front. Yeah, probably can, I don't know. I'll look it up. Oh. So, yeah, it's definitely end of daytime. Hit the shower, have a nice hot shower, relax my muscles. I'm just looking at room. I should measure to see the normal height of the engine and start at the normal engine height to start with. I think so. I'll go to my overland and measure the height of the engine and then replicate that by adjusting the engine hanger. Okay. Well, love you and leave you.